might understand politics. So that's one way of helping young people understand and get involved. You've gone a different route. You're out there on the doorstep campaigning. You only got involved in politics 5 years ago, but what's made you now come to the point where you're actually going out there and sharing the message?
I think for me it was about when I was there 5 years ago. I had no idea what politics was, never voted before, didn't know what anything was. But 5 years later, having been involved and been out on the doorstep, I began to realise these young people really have issues and they want to get engaged in politics. And when I go out there and campaign and I speak to young people, I see them so passionate, but I see a kind of gap between politics and people at the top and young people at the bottom, and we need to do something to...
How do you bridge that gap?
I think there's, three things that we've got to talk about here. One is kind of like voter apathy, where people just can't be bothered. Students or young people feel there's far more important things in life. Secondly is disillusionment, where they feel that they're not connected to, or the political parties are the same. But third thing, and I think most importantly, there's a lack of knowledge about democracy, and that goes into votes at 16 and, having increased citizenship and politics in schools. And Labour mentioned this morning on the Biliband in their manifesto that votes at 16 will be introduced. And I think that some of those kind of key policies will be the ways to engage young people and get them involved, get them talking about politics, because these are the things that matters about their life the most.
But Olivia, I suppose when we look at your site and what you do, and that's great, and it makes it simpler for young people, but someone said, why don't they just read the paper? Why don't they just watch the telly? Why don't they just engage in the news?
Well, because the news have their job, that's to keep you up to date, but actually, it's sort of, someone actually used it earlier, it's like occasionally entering a series halfway through. What about the context? What about the facts? What about the basis? If you don't learn about it in schools, then you often find terminology that the news use intimidating, inaccessible, and now there are many other more engaging, entertaining things that are distracting us. So Scenes of Reason is about sort of combining the two.
Olivia and Furqan, thank you both very much. Thanks for coming on and decoding some of it for us here, for us old fogies. Anyway, we've got lots more to do here in Manchester today.